I'm Chris Irwin, Senior Staff Photographer at Bass Pro Shops, and my passion is hunting waterfowl. Now, hunting waterfowl is just like deer and turkey. You want to do it in the right time of year, right in the middle of the migration. But that's usually when it's cold. So gloves, the first thing you got to have a good pair of gloves. Actually, with waterfowl, you got to have a minimum of 2. These are for when I'm hunting and really not using my calls or pulling the trigger, and they're wind stopping. The other pair of gloves you got to have for putting out decoys is something that's waterproof and it's not going to freeze on you when they do get cold. The next thing is your feet. Nobody wants to hunt when their feet are cold. You got to have a good pair of socks. Wool is the only way to go. Most of your heat escapes out of your head. So you got to have a good toboggan. So a good fleece toboggan. And actually Primos came out with a face mask that actually allows you to get access to your mouth so you can get a call through your face mask and still keep yourself concealed. Then you want to take care of your core. Your core, you do that in 3 different layers. You do your base layer, which is an Enduraskin. Your second layer is thermals. Your third layer is Windstopper Gore-Tex with some camouflage. Now we're into the waders section. The season starts off warm, and you don't need something up to your chest keeping you warm and dry. You just need to keep dry down on the bottom. If it's raining, you're going to have a Gore-Tex coat on anyway. And once you get into the later season, and I go with a pair of Gore-Tex chest waders. Now these are breathables. I've wore the breathable waders now for 4 years because they let you move easier in the water. When it gets colder, all I do is change my base layer on my legs to wear wool. And while we're in the water, you got to have decoys. Along with decoys, you got to have a weight system to keep the ducks from moving around. Same thing, don't overthink this part of it. You only need about 1.5 dozen to start off with. And in the Mississippi Flyway, the majority of the ducks will decoy to a mallard decoy. Next thing you got to do is get a call. Don't overthink this either. In the beginning stages, just get a call that calls the mallard duck. You want to learn 3 basic calls: the greeting call, the comeback call, and the feed chuckle. Next thing you need is a good shotgun. I use a Remington 870 Express Magnum. If you have a turkey gun, that's fine. Pull. I start off with a modified choke. You got to have a gun that you can change choke tubes in, and you got to have a gun that takes a sling. Then you got to have ammunition. You got to have steel shot, federal regulation. You want to get some ammunition and pattern your gun with it. Find out what pattern's best through your gun. It's got to be steel shot. Best thing to do is to get a bag that's waterproof, has a lot of compartments. Main reason I got into hunting waterfowl was it's a social event and I get to hunt with all my buddies. And I made more friends and learned more by joining my local DU chapter. They taught me more in the course of 5 years that would have taken me a lifetime to learn on my own. So give waterfowl a try. Get some basic gear, find a mentor, and I'm sure you'll fall in love with waterfowl just as I have.